Aloha and welcome back to my channel, Tech Tutorials for Real Estate. Here is today's tip or trick. I'm so excited. I just received a new document from one of our surveyors. This is a form they'd like us to use to order from them. So I'm going to show you how to make this writable so you can use it over and over again. I'm going to click on Edit, and then I'm going to scroll down here and click on Prepare Form. This is going to give us some options to create a form. It doesn't require signatures, and we've got the auto detect form field on, and we're going to click Create Form. Now, when you first look at this, you can't really tell what any of this is, so I'm going to give you a preview. It's going to show all these writable fields. As you can see right here, there are 2 fields when there only needs to be 1. Down here, there are 2 options, but not all 4. So I'm going to exit the preview and I'm going to fix those items. So I've opened the form in Adobe. We're going to keep this name of Realtor for Seller, Realtor company name, but this undefined box we're going to click on and then hit delete. We do need a company address, but we don't need this undefined field. So we're going to click on it and hit delete. We do need all 3 of these boxes, the TMK. The property address doesn't need this extra field, so we're going to delete it. This section needs another option here and here. So I'm going to click on this one. I'm going to right click and copy it. And then I'm going to right click and paste it, although I don't know if it'll go where I want it to go. Let's see what happens. Nope. Goes over here. So that one says vacation rental for vacation rental. This one says vacation, but we need it to match and say owner occupied. So I'm going to right click and click on properties. And I'm going to change it from vacation rental to owner occupied. Owner occupied. I'm going to copy and paste that into the tooltip as well and hit close. Now this one says owner occupied, but it's for tenants. So I'm going to do that same thing. Click on properties, change it to tenants. Hang in there with me and click close. And then we've got one more. I'm going to right click to copy and then right click to paste. For some reason it went over there. We're also going to change the name of this one. Right click, click on properties and vacant. And close. Now we've got the closing date, additional notes, escrow company, escrow officer, all these auto-filled. The buyer's name is not 2 different text boxes. It doesn't need that, so we're going to delete the second one. We like the yes or no. Now this section needs a text box, so we're going to go over here to text field, and we're going to drag and drop it over here. We also need a text field on the line below, so we're going to move this here. I'm going to go back up to the left and click on pointer, and I'm going to fix some of these boxes. So the name of Realtor for Seller is a little higher than the line. This one needs to be a little wider. So we're just going to click on the edge. Oop, click on it until we can get it. This one for some reason wants to do the up and down. We've got the phone number. I just like to make these sections as big as possible. Email address. We've got select a service. And actually, I'm going to rename this one because this should be named K1 Staking. Going to copy and paste that name in this section below. This next one is actually called K1 Staking, but should be K2 Survey. Again, I'm going to copy and paste. And this one should be Alta NSPS. Now these names are important and I'm going to show you why. in a moment, but let's finish tidying up these boxes, wiggling them to the correct line, making them long enough to fill in. Oh, I just noticed we're missing an additional notes line here, so I'm going to go over the text field, select it, and drop it. I'm going to go back to the pointer so I can go back to changing these. We're going to move it up a little and move it to the right. I'm going to rename this one as well, additional notes line 2. Oops. Additional notes 2. Click close. I'm going to make the escrow company box a little wider, the escrow officer box down a little, the escrow officer email down a little, escrow number, seller's name, the buyer's name box I'm going to make a little bigger. And I'm actually going to drag this all the way across, and same with the seller's name, because sometimes those names are longer. They're trust names or something similar. We've got the preliminary title report. They have text boxes here, but I'm actually going to delete these and change them to a radio button. And what a radio button does is it forces you to choose between this and something else. I'm going to go back to the pointer so that I can select these boxes and make them a little bigger. And that one did not get bigger, it got smaller. Let's try that again. A little bigger. A little OCD, so I'm going to try to make them match a little better. We're going to take this text box and make it wider. And we're going to take this text box and make it wider. The reason why I named some of these is to make sure they're in the right order. When we go look at preview, we can see they all have boxes now. But if I start at the top one and tab down, I should be able to continuously tab to the next box. Do you see how the cursor's moving box to box to box? But suddenly it jumps from property address to owner occupied because I added vacation rental later. And it goes from occupied to tenants and then skips vacant and jumps down to the closing date. I'm going to show you how to fix. So let's exit the preview. We want these fields on the right to match the order of the fields on the left so that we can tab through. So we've got the name of the realtor for seller over here and over here. We've got the realtor company name here and here. And those go in the right order until we get down to TMK property address. One moment. This is owner occupied. So it jumps from property address to owner occupied, property address to owner occupied on the document. So we want to move vacation between property address and owner occupied. So vacation rental is down here. I'm going to just grab it and put it below property address and above owner occupied. Then as you can see over here, we've got tenants and then vacant. So we want to move vacant up under tenants. We've got the due closing date, the additional notes, but now down here is additional notes too. So again, I'm going to click on it and drag it up so it's in the right spot. Escrow company, escrow officer, all these are in the right order until we get down to group 4, which is this preliminary title report attached yes, no. And we're going to select this and move this above those text buttons. So now all of these fields are going to be able to be filled and then tabbed. And I'm going to show you this by clicking on preview. So now when we fill something in and tab to the next one, they go, I'm just typing random letters in, but it's going to keep tabbing through in order now that we've fixed the order of the documents on the other side. I'm going to delete the stuff that I've typed in so that when I hit back, it won't be in there. We're now going to exit the preview. We're done with the document and we're going to click Save As. And I'm going to save it in my Tech Tutorials file. And it's the K1, K2 order form 2024. But I'm now going to rename it Writable because the document is writable. And click Save. Now I'm going to close out of here. And we're going to go back and we're going to check out our writable form. So I'm going to open it up. And look at this. It is writable. So now for all future transactions, it's already ready. The other little trick you can do is, since this is my form, I can type in all of my company information and save it to the writable form so that when I open it again, I don't have to type my information again. Again, you'd put in the company address. Anything that doesn't change when you're ordering, you can add now and then save it. And then the next time, let's close this out. The next time I open up the writable form to place an order, it's got my information in there. And that's all for how to create a writable PDF. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date on my tech tutorials for real estate.